Hello everyone. In this video, which is the first episode of hopefully a 5-part series, I'm going to teach you how to speedrun the first 100 meters of Beton Brutal. In this video, I'm going to teach you the main route, what I call the quote-unquote easy route. With this route, with all the things that I'm going to show you in this video, you can get a sub-9, even better probably. But if you want like a sub-8, you're gonna need a little bit more things that even myself don't quite feel comfortable doing in a run yet. But maybe one day I'll teach them. So far this is gonna be a route. If you're looking for sub-15, just take a few of the things that I'm gonna show you, maybe the more easy / more important skips, and you're gonna get your sub-15 pretty easily. And since it's a very first tutorial of the series, I'm also going to teach you some basic tips about like settings, how to run the game, some very important things to know before you start speedrunning. So yeah, let's get into it, starting with some tips. So, settings wise, what I recommend, more FPS the better. The more FPS the better. I personally run on 120. But you can go a little bit better if you have a very good computer. It's not that important, but at a maybe higher level, it's going to be kind of important. I highly recommend disabling or vertigo effects, just so you're focused on your run. Camera sway, I find it absolutely terrible, and I find you cannot run with it. Some people like it, but I really hate it. I keep dynamic FOV, but you can remove it if that's not your thing. And very important, you should enable scroll jumping if that's not the case yet. Scroll jumping is really important. Essentially what it does is that it allows you to jump with your scroll wheel instead of having to press spacebar. The very cool thing with it is that first of all, you won't have to spam like an idiot when you want to just spam jump. You can just scroll and it's gonna like jump a billion times a second. But another thing that I find quite useful when running, that's something that it's quite hard to explain, but you'll figure it out by yourself by running. When you hold down spacebar and you jump onto a ledge, it can take a little while to jump again. Like if I jump here, you can see it takes like 0.8 seconds before I jump again. I'm holding spacebar all the time right now. Like here, I'm holding it all the time, but it just takes a while to sprint because you have to actually press the spacebar twice in order to jump again. Whereas if you just use a scroll wheel, you won't have this issue. You'll jump instantly, as fast as you can, and you can even do both. Right now, what I'm doing is that I'm scrolling and holding down spacebar when I need, and it's really great. Essentially, it allows you to be way more fluid of your jumps, to not get trolled, and like, for example, here you jump from here to here, and since you're holding, you'll just fall down and it just reset. It's gonna be quite annoying, so scroll jumping is really good. That's about it for setting. I'd say normally the bigger the FOV the better. I just got used to 90, but normally I should be on 110 or 120, I think is the max. But it's essentially it. So the fastest movement technique in the game is jumping while sprinting. It's only a small difference. As you can see, my horizontal velocity goes up to 7.14 when I'm jumping like this, and if I'm just sprinting, it's 5.61. So it's pretty good, but it's also not worth like risking to fall down because you were jumping to get faster. So really try to weigh, like, do you have the distance to do another jump for speed? Do you have not? And it'll just come naturally. At some point, you'll just remember to run, and you'll know, here I jump, here I don't jump. Is gonna come all naturally. So that's pretty much all you need. Oh, one thing before I forget. Once you're done with the game one time, you can use the practice mode up to like anywhere you want, essentially. And something really important to know about Beton Brutal is that around the 300 meter mark, there is a trigger that will load the rest of the map. As you can see here, there's like little lines. This is like up to where the map loads. But the very first time you boot up the game, when you cross the 300 meters line, you will have a big freeze. because the map is going to try to load itself. Like I'm gonna cross 300 meters. I have a freeze, and it loads. This freeze only happens once. Once you like loaded it, it's gonna be good until you close the game and you reopen it. When you reopen it again, you have to do it again. So before you do your runs, I highly suggest you go in practice mode, and you fly up to 300 meters. You toggle the freeze, and then you can run and start running and stuff. Something important to note: it's always gonna freeze a tiny bit once you cross it, but it's really not an issue. But it's gonna freeze a little bit, so still be aware. It's normal. It might freeze a little bit. Anyway, let's learn actually the routes. So at first you want to essentially just go here. You want to go here and jump out of this ledge, like by jumping late you can jump, and then you just want to try to get the quickest, most optimized like path to the ladder. Right here there's a little skip you can do where you jump here. It's quite scary at first, and you might fail it a couple times, but once it's in your muscle memory, you'll remember it, and it's quite useful. Here I have like a weird, it's really hard to explain what I do here. I have a weird like jump sequence in order to make it as optimized as possible. But like you can see, I jump on corners and stuff. You don't really have to do that to get a good time. It's just micro optimizations all the way. I don't even know how to explain like how you can do it properly, because it just entered my muscle memory. That's pretty much it for the rest of the run. Something very important: when you find yourself in a oh wait, okay, wait, sorry, I'm getting carried away. So here you want to jump here, get on that cube, and jump immediately on this ladder right here. Just a small skip. When you find yourself with a roof above your head, you want to sprint and spam the jump button, because it's just gonna, that's just small optimizations. You can see I go from 5 to 6. Just small optimizations. Here you want to jump directly onto the pipe. And from here we get our first skip. I highly recommend doing it. It's at the beginning of the run. It is quite random. You will fail it a couple of times, a lot of times at first. Even myself, like having run like having 3,000 resets and having like 8 minutes 21 as a PB, like I still fail this jump like about maybe half the time, maybe less. So what you want to do, you want to go on this pipe right here, and you want to turn around, and you can see there's like there's this little wall here that begins here and that ends here. You want to land on the left part of the wall, and you want to start spamming the scroll wheel like such, and you will start going up. Why did I tell you to go to the left? Technically, if you go here, it will also work, but it's further away, so it's gonna be maybe a little bit weirder. But also, you can see, if I look down, you can see like there's a little line here. You'll see there's a little line, and this line represents the slope. And the further you go to the right, the harder it will be for you to reach up. Like as you can see here, I'm struggling to go up because it's starting to become more of a wall than a slope, and so I cannot repeatedly jump. I'm scroll jumping right now, this is not working. But if I'm on the left, I'll go up instantly. So once again, you go on this second pipe here, you jump on the corner here, and you scroll jump, and you just get up like that. Then you want to get on this ladder, you go left, just go as fast as you can generally. On ladder is very important. This is just, you probably know this, but if you don't, because I've seen people complete the game without knowing this, you can simply hold space to go up ladders. You don't have to go like walk against it. This is much better for like control, and this is going to be very important later on for more advanced skips. So you climb up, you go here. Here, what I do personally, I click spacebar once, and then I scroll. So bam bam, like this. And right here, this is our second skip. So for this one, the other one you had some leeway. For this one, you will want to jump as late as possible on this pipe, because as you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but there's like a, I don't know what's the best angle to show it. Oh, here. You can see there's like a triangle thing here. It's kind of hard to see. There's the line here, and there's the line here. What you want to do is like land on this triangle right here, and you will want to start scroll jumping. So you're here, jump late, land on this triangle, and scroll jump right here, like just what I did. And then what you want to do is you want to, some people look up. I personally hate looking up, so this is kind of like, find how you prefer doing it, but you're gonna walk against the wall and you're gonna start scroll jumping. You need to be near the edge, but not too far, otherwise you'll like quit the wall and just fail and fall. But you need to be somewhat close to the wall, and just start scroll jumping. And at some point while you're climbing here, you'll see there's a change in the incline. You can see right here, like it's a line, and then it's like a slope, and it starts going up. You can see it. If I look back, you can see it a little bit clearly. Like here, it's a wall, and then suddenly it starts going to the right. Once you reach this part, once you reach this part, you want to get on the wall itself. Like right here, you get on the wall, and personally what I do is I keep looking to the side, and I just walk up like this. And it's easier to get up the wall, once again to the left, not to the right, to the left here. And to get out of the 100-meter spot, what you want to do, there's two choices. Either you just go on the lamp and just go around, and that will be the start of 100 to 200 meters. Or, and this is a little bit harder, you're gonna go on this ladder, and what you want to do is, essentially, I don't do this in a run personally, that's why I'm struggling. You'll want to get on this ladder, exit, and land here. This is a little bit faster. But this is going to require something that I'm going to teach right now, and I'm going to reteach again, because this is not really necessary to get a good run, and this is much better later on, so I'm going to teach it again later on. But the thing with ladder and sprinting in this game, when you're sprinting, you can enter ladder and you'll still be sprinting. Like right now I'm sprinting. But while you're sprinting, like I don't know if you can see my FOV. My FOV like goes back, and when I go back on a ladder, when I hit a ladder, it becomes back to normal. When it goes back to normal, it means that I've lost the sprint. But as long as you don't hit the wall, like right now, I'm not hitting the wall. I'm just on the ladder. That's it. I still have the sprint. So what I can do is I can go up and I can still sprint. And this is called, I don't know how it's called, ladder sprinting maybe, I don't know. But it will allow you to have enough speed to go here. So what you do from here, you go up, you enter the ladder, you sprint, and you go directly on the side, and you keep going up the run. So essentially, you can keep the sprint as long as you don't hit any wall. So if you're just like on the ladder and just press space and don't hit the side of that ladder, you won't lose the sprint. And the only way to gain your sprint back is to be on the floor. So if you're like on a ladder and you lose your sprint, it's over. It's GG. Just you don't have your sprint anymore. It's how it is, you know. So that's it for 100 meters. I only showed these two skips, and not like some alternative way if you don't want to do these skips, because they're at the beginning and they're, to be honest, they may be a bit hard. At first you might like barely get a run past 100 meters, but I swear you can get good at them, like with muscle memory. It's really not that bad. Just train them a lot. Try also to find your strategies. Like for a lot of things, personally, since there's no real tutorials on this game, that's why I'm making them. You can really learn yourself how to do skips. Just find your own little like lineups, your own strategies, your own tricks, to make it as consistent as you can. That's really my tip. Just experiment, test things, and yeah. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.